Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Glow and Grow podcast series presented by Unflawed NYC. I am Yumia, and today's topic, we are going to be talking about rushing, time, and patience. I want to tell you guys what God told me, and then we'll get into the rest of why he said what he said, and then my advice to you when it comes to not rushing through things. You think that rushing will get you to your goal faster, but really it's just making you stagnant and you're not going anywhere when you rush. So let's get into today's topic. In the last year, when we reached like 5 years or so, I wasn't really feeling my best as a business owner, as a CEO. I remember praying to the Lord, and even like earlier this year as well. I don't know why, but like I feel a little bit inadequate. Like with my company, I feel like it's at a standstill. It's not going anywhere. I just feel like this company just needs more. Another thing that also has been happening earlier this year when I started fasting was that I was hiring interns back and forth to try to, just get more help on our social media pages, our website. And then a week or two later, people just started dropping. I can't do it no more due to unforeseen circumstance, like just dropping. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Because I didn't have a full direction where I wanted the company to go. I'm not doing my job correctly. I'm not being the best business owner I could be. We started in 2020. We should be here right now. God told me, because I have my notes on my phone, he said, rushing is not going to get you anywhere. When it comes to your company, you need to slow down and relax. You get burnt out too quickly. I need you to take a break from what you're doing and focus on my plan. You feel inadequate because you're rushing through the journey in the process. The more you rush, the more you're not dwelling and appreciating what's in front of you. You're going to get to the goal anyhow, whether you're rushing over that or whether you're following me, but it's best to follow me. The more you rush, the more burnt out you get, and the more burnt out you get, you can't do what I'm telling you to do because you're too tired to do so. So you need to take a break from selling products and managing a company the way you did it and follow my lead. I said, whoa, that's a mouthful. But he's correct. Now, I wouldn't say for the last 5 years up until this year, I was just me, and I wanted to run this company the way I see it, because I did have God in the center, but I wasn't fully following his plan. Because there was a time last year where products wasn't selling, and I'm doing so much. I'm going on TikTok live, I'm doing pop-up, giving away product. One of the things that we got to do last year, giving away free products for one of Beyonce's shows, for a VIP suite. We did a lot of things last year, and I still felt like I'm not getting to my goal. My goal was to get this big, beautiful warehouse, manufacturing our products in-house, and we get to do pop-ups around the country and even overseas. Have our products in Ulta and all these other stores, which is going to happen in the near future. I'm banking on it when I come back to this video. And me, as someone who is almost doing everything, and I need to do more to get more, to feel more. And also, he's been telling me to rest. Like, you need to learn how to rest. You need to learn how to take a nap. Because also another thing about me too, I don't really like taking naps. Now I do. Now I will take a nap. I still wake up feeling a little grouchy, but I will take a nap. Basically teach me to relax and rest in him. And that's been such a beautiful lesson as of lately, and it's been very relaxing to where even now, like doing this podcast, I can relax and take my time with it and give you guys advice that I've been learning to help y'all out. What God told me, and I'm telling you, is that he has a plan and a purpose for my life. And because there's this blessing right here, it would be best if I just take my time trying to get to this goal rather than rushing through it. And you can't show up the best way you're supposed to show up in your life if you're always in control of trying to get to the goal. You have to just let it go, let God, and let it prosper on its own. Whether that's healing from a breakup, waiting on the right opportunity or the right job, career opportunity to come by, whether that's packing up, moving to another state, whether that's you starting school again, whatever the case may be, everything takes time to figure out, maneuver, and go through. And you don't want any blessing to come at the wrong time because you're trying to rush to get there. There's one thing I've also learned from one of my pastors is that when you get a blessing at the wrong time, it's no longer a blessing. It's a curse, and that's exactly what you don't want. Flowing and growing when it comes to not rushing, taking your time, and having your patience is about learning to have more internal peace and stillness and to enjoy the journey that I'm on. For example, let's say you want to have your own clothing line. Instead of you trying to rush to get all the materials that you may need to have this clothing line already said and done by tomorrow when you just got to see it in your heart today. You don't have to have a website and a bunch of hoodies and sweatshirts and okay, I'm selling clothes tomorrow. No, it could be as little as you doing research. If there's a t-shirt vendor in your neighborhood, go into them, ask them questions, enjoy the journey. I'm learning that so I don't feel so inadequate, because each day is a small stepping stone to the big goal. So when I get to said big goal, I'm like, okay, I don't feel inadequate because I actually enjoyed my journey and did small steps, but I also appreciated every single step that I made. I was patient, which patience is also a part of the 9 fruits of the spirit. I'm at the right place at the right exact time. Another analogy I want to give regarding not rushing. So one thing you're gonna see in this series, I love nature. I'm a big nature person. I love plants and grass and flowers and mountains, and so a lot of analogies I'm going to be using when I speak to give an example is going to be based on nature. So just keep that in mind. Let's say we have a gardener, right? His main goal is to have an apple tree. He has a seed. He plants a seed in his soil, get a little fertilizer, whatever. Waters the area, covers it with, soil. If the gardener were to keep going back to the same spot that he planted that seed, every hour he will start to get impatient and he will literally drive himself crazy, because he's just waiting for it to happen, when he knows that planting a big huge plant like that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You don't want a blessing too early, because if he were to, let's say, wait 3 months or so, it's still not going to be an apple tree. Or even if he were to plant another fruit like strawberries, if he were to pick the strawberries too early, it's not even ripe enough. It was going to taste bitter and disgusting. It's a process. Whatever you're trying to rush through, don't rush through. Just let it grow and prosper on its own, so that when it does fully grow, it can glow into all this beauty and be all that it can be. That could be you working on yourself. Let's say for relationships, your goal is to be in a happy marriage. A happy marriage and a healthy marriage takes time and takes effort. But let's say, like, not the marriage, let's say just to get married. Up until that point, and you're single right now, you don't want to rush a good thing. You do not want the good thing at the wrong time, because then it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. You don't want a good love too early, because it's going to be bitter. It's not going to be ready yet. And when it comes to wanting that good thing, which is marriage, you have some eternal work that you have to work on. Maybe you need to work on self-discipline. You need to work on being more loving, being more emotionally available. That's going to take time. You can't rush through those things if you want the best outcome, not just for your partner, but for yourself. All in all, when it comes to time and patience, when it comes to your own personal self-growth, you have to take your time. It's going to take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, until you or someone that you know can really see, like, oh, now you're glowing, you're different, you're more patient, you're more calm, I see it, you're more self-disciplined, you're more loving. Until you could get to that point where you and others can see that and God can see that, you have to take your time. You can't rush through things. And that goes for anything in life. Personal growth, business, love, that takes time. And that's the topic today for not rushing in time and patience. I hope you love this topic for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Glow and Grow Series. Subscribe here at the Glow and Grow Series. We want you to come back for the next one and more again.